Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Baz and this is WELDERFABBER, and here we are over in Northern Ireland with a cat litter of Dozers. So we've got a couple of D6s in here now. We're just about to put a greedy board on that one. We've reskinned it, put some new side cutters on it, and these are going to have some like little half moons here. I'm going to put a half moon in here. I'm going to take these side cutters off, arcure them off and put some new ones on. Both these Dozers are having the same work done to them on the blades. This one we've just got to add the greedy board to it. So if you've not watched the last video, I suggest you watch the last video before this one, because we started off coming over to Northern Ireland and we'll finish this video in Northern Ireland. Let's crack on. A bit more too. Oh, yeah. So we left a 3-4 milli gap all the way underneath that. A nice butt weld in there, full pen.
Right, so as you can see, Baz is well on the way with that greedy board on that dozer. I have just gouged all four of these off these two blades for the air arc. It's such a doddle with that air arc, it just makes life so much better, so much easier. As you can see, the blades had a good bit of wear, should we say. So what I'm going to do, the customer wants the actual piece cutting out the actual original blade. So I'm going to cut across and get that piece back out. Make our new piece a good flush fit across there, weld her up, put new sides on. And then obviously same on this side. This side isn't as bad, but we may as well do them whilst we're doing it. It is getting thin, you can see it's thin. It's come to a point rather than a nice square edge. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the plasma out, try it with the plasma. I think that's my best option, so I best crack on. Let's have a quick look, eh? I mean, I'm happy with that. That's pretty much bang on, isn't it? That's one down, 3 more to go.
So we just had a little tidy up because I can't stand tripping over wires and bits of steel plates, etc. And this dozer's pretty much done now. There's just a couple of little tabs to weld in this corner here, just to finish that corner off there nice and flush. I want all that welded up proper, nice and bonny. Same at the opposite side. But other than that, that's finished. The guys here are just waiting for an edge to turn up. A turnable edge to bolt on the bottom of the blade there, onto the mould board. Now then, these two dozers, these are just having these plates put in. So we're cutting out and sitting a 15mm 500mm material plating and some side cutters on it. On these two. And then there's another one just turned up. I think I might have mentioned 4 dozers earlier. It's actually 5 dozers that we're working on. There's another D6T just turned up outside that needs a greedy board. So there's only so much you can do in 5 days. So we're going to try and do as much as we can for these guys. And on our next visit, we're going to fly in instead of bringing Bella Blue. All we'll need to fetch is we're overalls and an earth head mask, and that's it, and where we go. Because now we're here and we realise what this company is all about, and they've got all the gear. Believe me, they have all the gear. We've even got a plasma table up there, a curved plasma table, proper thing. We've even got the big air arc, a Lincoln air arc. So yeah, they've got everything that we need to do our job without our van. How you done for there, lad? Yeah. Right. Let's go and get a quick munch and we'll be back in the morning. Right, so as we're welding these half moons on here now, people seem to have a thing about vertical welding and that it's hard, yeah? There's nothing hard about vertical welding. Basically, you've got to run it like a Christmas tree. So you sink it in, I don't know why you're out of touch. So you'll sink it in, back down, across, up, back down, across, up, back down, across. So it's like a little Christmas tree effect. In, up, across, like a Christmas tree. And I'll show you now. Nice. So you're thinking it to the back there, going out, going across, up, out, cross, up, out, cross, up, all like a Christmas tree effect. So all about the settings when it comes to vertical welding, all about the settings. Roll it. So a lot of people go side to side and let it drop. You've got to push in, push up and across, up, down and across. Just like a Christmas tree effect. So that's another D6T done, Dozer number 4. And we've got another Dozer number 5 in here now, D6R, for a greedy board. So we're just going to follow the curve. Just going to follow the curve. The blade has got a slight bend in it, so we'll have to follow that also. Just come off the top. And then we're going to come up with a flat bar around the back side of this and attach it to the new piece, as it's a little bit different to before, but we've pretty much shown you that process already. So I want to just show you a little bit about what these men are all about. So let's have a little wander around the yard and the workshop. So this blade will be done in no time. There you go, as easy as that. If you look at the back side now, the little finishing touches that make it look nice. And it was slightly different compared to the one we did before, which was the same as this one here. So let's have a little wander around Fox Contracts. And everywhere I look, I keep finding something that I like. Now then, this is a line borer for those that don't know. WS2. Now then, Curtis has one of these in cutting edge engineering over in Australia. But if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us. And we're definitely thinking about getting into line boring. And these men have had this for a year or two sat here. They just need a man to use it. So I think, Cal, I think we're going to get one of these, yeah, and have a practice at line boring and get red round it, because I think we might be missing a little bit of a trick out there. You know what I mean? It's part of our game, isn't it? So I think it's time that we got our own and started getting involved in line boring. Right, let's go and have a look in this container outside. Oh, then have you ever watched that programme? What's it called, Cal, with containers in it?
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars. Now then, can you imagine if you bought this container for a couple of grand? Let's take a look. Oosh. Quality. Tips. Undercarriage. Edges. Rubber tracks. Rollers. Track guards. All original. Even the nuts and bolts. So that just tells you what kind of outfit Fox Contracts really is and how professional they are about repairing the machines and looking after their equipment. Now then, the more time I spend here, the more I want to come back. It's just like, this is the ideal workshop, grounds, yard, whatever you want to call it. Everything about this, even the area that we're in, it's just beautiful, isn't it?
Nice and quiet, isn't it?
We're travelling back and forth to a hotel each day, and we're just looking at the countryside thinking, this is for us. And speaking of the hotel, we're stopping at one called Canavan's, isn't it?
Yeah.
And apparently it's some famous football player that owns it. Gaelic
soccer.
Gaelic soccer. I don't know, you guys let us know in the comments if we've got some Northern Irish subscribers out there. Apparently he's a legend in these parts. Well, let's go and take a look at our new fab shop. So for those that don't know, this is our Northern Ireland workshop, and look at it. What a proper workshop. High, nice and high, ready for a crane. The holes are drilled, ready for the crane rail. We've got the big press, we've got a guillotine, and we've got a monster plasma table. Got a big press brake. Now then, that did press our parts for our dozers, the blade skins, and the plasma table. And then we really need to delve more into that, but we'll delve more into it the next time that we come. I mean, even look at the extraction unit that comes with it. And the big power source up there, big Lincoln power source. I just love it. I just love it. But joking aside, this workshop will be absolutely ideal for us back in the UK. Won't it, Cal? You know, just looking around here now, perfect height, perfect length, doors in the perfect spot. I just love everything about it. And the owner of Fox Contracts has a few toys down that bottom end, tractors. And here's the old guillotine that I used to use back in the day, one similar to this. And we got 3.1 metres by 13 mil. So that's quite a good capacity cut. Well, look at these big little beauties, especially this 1090 New Holland. I wonder if it fires up. Have a look. $1,130 hours on it. What a weapon. 1130 hours. But look at that little beauty. So this is what you call one of the gaffer's toys. I need a hobby, don't I? I need that 143M. I need that 143M with a welding rig on back. That's what I need as a hobby. But he's got a few tractors about. I mean, look at the yard. Look at the yard. And this here is a job that we've actually got to do, which is what we're going to come back to do another time. This screen box here. Several bucket repairs to do, but this is more of a priority. He's making this sit in a new frame, or a different frame. Anyway, we have to alter the angle of these to make it fit. So we was going to do it this time round, but we're just not going to have time. And he's got a couple of crushes in the yard. Let's take a look at that sandbit down there. So it looks like the boys are just going right through this crusher, making it all nice and bonny and ready for work. This company don't put things out on hire, they use them all themselves for their own contracts. And with doing so, things get looked after a lot better than going out on hire. So I just want to try and get across to our audience really how much of a good company this is. And you don't see them very often. Believe me, you don't see them very often. You know, these guys have over 100 machines out. In fact, there's an old D8 down the yard there. In fact, director, just get the drone up and give our audience a view of the yard. So guys, I think we'll put an end on this video here and now, on this D8K. What an absolute pearl, a golden jewel, I'd like to call it. You know, we've got enough footage for 2 videos here, so we're going to make it this our second video, and we're going to film another little video tomorrow, a little standalone episode on a boom repair. So I'd just like to say a massive thanks to Fox Contracts especially for giving us this opportunity to come over here and work, and we will come back for another visit, but we'll fly in next time and use that workshop. So massive thanks, Fox Contracts. Cal, you got anything to say?
Oh, we've had a good time, haven't we?
Loved it, brilliant. Cheers guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.